All right, fourth grade friends, let's look over our chapter 15 page, and then we'll go on to talking about plot, theme, and different characters, okay? So, we've got our chapter 15 page. Let's start with summarize it. Retelling the story. Who thinks they could retell that story? That's what this is, telling me somebody in our chapter, right? What they wanted, the problem, and how did they overcome that problem? That's what that somebody wanted, but so then is, okay? What did you get? What did you get, Zach? Marty wanted Shiloh. He didn't own Shiloh.
So, he tried to buy Shiloh. Yeah. Then, John finally
Then Judd said, you can work for me and earn Shiloh. Awesome summary. What else? What's another one? What else did you get? Lily, can you read yours?
Yeah, it's somebody Melody wanted Shiloh, but then the driver not sell Shiloh. So he worked for him
And then he got Shiloh. Fabulous. Zane, what'd you get?
Somebody Marty wanted Judd's dog, but Judd wouldn't give the dog.
Judd's dog, Bud.
He didn't clearly name Shiloh until the end of the chapter. So, Marty did jobs to get Shiloh, then Marty got Shiloh.
Wonderful. Monica?
I did somebody, Marty wanted Shiloh, but it was Judd. So Marty hit him, and then Judd gave him Shiloh.
Gave him Shiloh. Did anyone do one with Judd as the character?
No.
You can do one with Judd? All right, Ryan.
So, somebody, he wanted his dog back.
Judd wanted his dog back.
And he had to make a deal.
But he had to make a deal with
He
Marty.
made Marty work really hard. Yeah, but then Marty got the dog.
So he made a deal with Marty. Then Marty got the dog. So Judd didn't get to keep his dog. Sad ending for Judd. All right. All right, let's go down to the think about it, the 3 comprehension questions. What were 5 jobs that Marty had to do for Judd? What were 5 jobs? Maddie, what's one? He had to cut wood. Awesome. What's another job Marty had to do? Adam?
Biden.
What was it?
Biden. He Biden did chop the dirt. Yeah.
He what?
Chop the dirt.
Oh, he had to
You mean hoe?
yeah, he had to hoe the field, or he had to make the dirt really thin, right? It had to be really fine. Find the dirt. Yep, he had to do that. Monica?
He had to split wood.
Yep, that's that cut wood, split wood. Yep. Ryan?
He had to dig a ditch for Judge's trash.
He had to dig the ditch, right? To put the trash in. Dig the ditch. I was thinking ahead. What else, Nathan?
He had to put beans.
He had to, what was it, pull beans, you said? He had to kind of pull the beans, right? He had to get them out to pull the beans. Peter, did you have another one?
He had to scrub the porch.
He had to scrub the porch.
Didn't he also
Porch. Did he have more than 5 jobs?
Yeah.
He had a lot. He had to cut the wood. Another one was then to stack the wood, right? Holly?
It was not really a job, but it was once he had to help Judd with the deer bringing it over.
He started with the deer, right? That was first job, bringing the deer over. Awesome. All right. Judd says that he does not have to keep his end of the bargain. Why do you think that Marty decided to keep working for him, though? Why did Marty say, I'm going to keep working for you? What do you think, Isaac?
Because if people try to stop you from what you're doing, it takes them 10 minutes until they get dinner.
So Marty is hoping Judd will get bored?
Being annoying.
So Marty is hoping Judd will get annoyed. Okay. Judd will get annoyed. Think through. Marty kind of gave us the answer to this one. What did Marty say? Christian?
He was like, because Jen said you don't have to keep the end of the bargain. So, like, if he doesn't do his job, then he's not going to get shot.
Yeah, if Marty stops, Judd has a reason now, right? To not keep his end. Right? It kind of shows a lot about Judd's character if he doesn't keep his end of the bargain, but Marty did, right? Does it show that Marty's a really hard worker?
Yeah.
Yeah, and is Marty starting to become more truthful and honest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it shows Marty's got a good sense of character. And then, if Judd doesn't, it shows that Judd doesn't have a good sense. All right. Why do you think Judd gave Shiloh and the collar to Marty after saying he wouldn't? What do you think, Lily?
I think he was trying to be nice, and he felt a little bad about the work that Marty was trying to do.
Judd was trying to be nice, and he felt bad for all the work. F-O-R. The work Marty did. Yeah, so Judd's maybe feeling bad about it. What else do you think, Rosie?
I think that he was trying to be nice, but he really didn't know what to do. Because he's like, never been nice before. Maybe I could just give him an old poem.
Yeah, Judd hasn't had much experience being nice, so maybe he's like, this is what I can do to kind of be nice. So what do you think? What do you think, Thomas?
I think Joe was just trying with that going side to do. He was just trying to get Marty to stop before he was done.
So maybe all along Judd really was going to keep up his end of the deal, and he was trying to trick Marty into stopping so that he didn't have to keep his end of the deal. I could see that. Judd trying to be sneaky and twist it around. Awesome job. All right, let's come up to the character analysis. What character did you choose? What character did you choose? Brooke, what character did you choose?
I choose Judd, and the descriptions that I did for him were like he's kind of bossy.
Bossy. What else?
A little bit of like rude.
Rude.
Hard to get along with.
Difficult or hard.
Yeah, and what's like the word that describes people that like you if you put in the work?
That like you if you put in the work?
Yeah, like Judd disliked Marty until Marty did some hard work for Judd.
So what do you think Judd saw in Marty? He now has more what for him? Maybe trust, or what's a word that kind of goes with trust?
Faith.
Not kind of faith. Do you know, Kateri?
Respect.
Respect. He's got more respect. He's more respectful of Marty. Did anyone else do Judd? That's a really good start, bro.
I have another one for Judd.
You have another one for Judd?
He's also kind of smart.
He's kind of smart, right?
Because he can think of, like, things to say, like, when Marty saw him, like, kill the D, he was like, oh, he was just, like, in my way or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, right? Everything's got a reason. He's smart. Any other ones you can think of for Judd really quickly? What else, Micah?
Kind of sly, because he, like, got a few police, like, pretending to speak, so he might have speak off.
Yeah, so along with that smart, he's kind of sly, a little cunning almost, too, isn't he? Yeah. Who are you? Rosie.
I have another.
You have another character? All right, so we got Judd good. What character did you do?
I think Shiloh.
Shiloh. All right, Rosie, can you get us started? What did you say for Shiloh?
I said very happy because he's not someone.
He's happy. Good. What else you got for Shiloh, Claire?
I did strong because Shiloh was like really hard to still trying to be someone.
Yeah. He kind of pushed through all of his injuries, didn't he? He showed he was strong. What else, Alicia? Joyful. I love that. We can tell when he jumps up on everybody that he's so joyful. I love it. What else, Aiden? He was kind of hurt, though, wasn't he? Hurt? Was he hurt just physically? Just physically?
And mentally.
And kind of emotional hurt, too, right? By Judd, and we don't know, maybe before Judd, too. Awesome. All right, one more for Shiloh. Monica, you've been patient.
He's also very trained.
He's well trained, right?
He's great. Well, he wasn't really trained in a great way, but he's still trained.
He's not trained in a great way, but he is well trained. He understands stop, come, he can do commands, right? Doesn't mean he was trained well, but it means he knows certain skills, right? All right, did anyone do Marty? Anyone do Marty? All right, let's come down to Marty. We'll do one more character. Oh, that's a Y. All right, what'd you say for Marty, Maddie? He is brave. How is he brave? Kind of going off of yours. Can I add persistent to that? Do you know what persistent means?
Kind of.
Maddie said he didn't give up. He's very persistent. He keeps going. He has a lot of perseverance.
Kind of determined.
Kind of determined. Persistent, determined are synonyms. Camille, what do you think?
Outgoing.
What was it say?
Outgoing.
Outgoing. Right? Does he have friends?
Yeah,
He has a few friends. He hasn't seen them, but he's very outgoing and he's not afraid to talk to people, right? He's very open. What do you think, Lizzie?
hardworking.
And he's hard working. He's not afraid of a hard job, is he? All right. You guys did awesome on that. All right, last question you had. What lesson do you think Marty learned? What lesson did Marty really learn in this book? What do you think? Levi? No. Amelia?
Don't be a liar because it wants you to really any good.
So to tell the truth, don't lie. Nothing good comes from lying. What do you think? Christian?
That is true.
Maybe that things aren't always going to be easy for you.
Things are not always easy. Remember we talked about yesterday, decisions can be black or white, right? Or gray. They're not always black and white. Things are not always easy. What else, Dean?
Not to lie.
Yep, so that going off, tell the truth, right? Good. Zach?
You need a witness if you're going to make a vote.
Yes, Marty probably did learn that one. Was that his big lesson, though, in the chapter? No, but that was a small lesson he learned. You should have a witness when you're making a deal, right? Nathan? Did he learn that, or did he know that?
He knew that.
What do you think, Nathan?
Nicer.
Could he really get much nicer? Do you think Judd maybe learned that lesson?
Yes.
I bet Judd learned that lesson. I think Marty already knew that lesson from the very beginning, right? Because he was like, I had to take care of this dog. I don't care. All right, Maddie?
Not give up on showering.
Yeah, to not give up when you want something, right? And that kind of goes off of Christians, right? Things are not always easy. But if you really want it, is it going to be worth it?
Yeah.
Not give up.
Sometimes.
I think those, fourth grade friends, you kind of captured the three really big lessons that Marty learned. There's smaller lessons that he learned, definitely. But those are kind of our three big ones. And that actually leads us back into, we're going to talk about theme. So in your packets, I want you to go back to, I think it was chapter 14. Go back one page. And we're going to work with that theme section. All right. Do you know what theme is? Do you know what theme is? Monica?
what mainly happened in the story. Like, what's the real, like, what is like the theme of it? Is it like about a dog, or is it about Marty, or is it?
You're close. That's the main idea. The theme, I always like to do this. Go ahead and write this phrase for me up here in this little spot. The message. What do you notice if you look carefully in the message? Can you see a hidden word kind of meshed? Do you see a hidden word in there? There's two words. The message. What do you see, Micah? It's theme. Do you see this? So theme is the message. What does the author want you to learn after the story? What did the characters learn? What does the author want you as a person to grow on and to learn? What do we think the big theme for Shiloh was? What was kind of the big theme? Usually when we do theme, we think of like one word that kind of summarizes it up. What does Marty really learn to be? He learns to be, Zach? Well, not just good, going a little deeper. What specifically does he learn? To tell the truth? What's a word that means tell the truth? To be honest or truthful. So theme is like honesty, truthfulness, or Nathan, what was yours? What'd you just say? Trustworthy, right? Or to be trustworthy. Okay? Naylor wants you to learn about honesty, truthfulness, and trustworthiness all in one story. Now we got to find different examples in the book. Where do we see that Marty needs to have that honesty, that truthfulness, or that trustworthiness? What specific parts really show us that Marty learned that lesson, that theme? Okay, Alicia? When Shiloh got hurt, what did he do?
He had to tell the doctor what actually happened.
Yeah, so Marty had to tell Doc, could you remember his name?
Doc Murphy.
Good, Doc Murphy. The truth. Good. All right, what else shows Marty really learned that theme or that message of trustworthiness, truthfulness, or honesty? What else really showed that? What do you think, Lily?
Like when he made the deal with Judd, he didn't like when he heard that he was like, I'm not giving you guys. He was like, okay, well then I'm not going to tell Captain. He kept
Yeah.
his part.
Marty kept his side of the bargain. He had a chance to kind of back out, right? He wouldn't have got what he wanted, but Judd was going to let him go without anything, right? So he kept his side. That really shows that trustworthiness, right? One more thing that really shows that message. What else really shows that message of truth, or trustworthiness, truthfulness, honesty? What else did Marty do? What else did Marty do? What do you think, Brooke?
I think also like when he was kind of when he was kind of in the fight with my mom and dad, like in chapter 13 or 12. I'm not sure which one.
Okay.
But when he found Mom with him and Shiloh on the hill, he had to tell the truth, or else there were going to be some big consequences.
So maybe, do you think we could add that up here? Had to tell Doc Murphy, Mom, and Dad the truth?
Yeah.
Because those kind of all go together, right? He had to kind of start owning up to it. What else, Maddie?
He didn't It might be a trick or it might be like real.
Trust Judd to keep
Inside.
his side of the bargain. So not only did he have to be honest and trustworthy and keep his end, he had to be kind of that trustworthy back. You had to give and get that trustworthiness. Amelia, you got another one?
He was talking with David Howard. And when David saw all the blood around the doghouse, he was like, what happened? And Marty had to tell him.
So kind of, and he had to tell David Howard. And David Howard. Lots of people he had to start kind of owning up to. Do you think Marty did a good job coming clean in the end?
He didn't. About the drug shooting the dough.
He didn't tell about the dough, but it was kind of part of the bargain. And remember, what would Dad have done if Dad had seen Judd in the woods? Remember, he would. Remember, would Dad have told the game warden?
No.
Why would Dad not have told the game warden? Do you remember?
Because that's just what happens around this place.
Right? And friendly, you keep to your own business, and I keep to mine. Right? If you do something, unless you hurt somebody in my family, I'm not going to tell on you. Right? Everyone's kind of in their own little bubble. Nice job. All right, so theme is the what? The message. What they want you to learn. Good. All right. Let's look at right after chapter 15. We have that plot page. Do you know what I'm talking about? Find this page.
Rising action.
You've talked about this, a similar sheet like this before in reading, correct? Yeah, talking about the different parts of our story. So, after we read, we like to think back through what was kind of like that roller coaster ride, okay? What was that rising action? As we come down, as we start our roller coaster, we're coming up this hill. What's getting the story going? What's kind of the start of our story? Not the exciting part yet, but building up to it. What's happening, Ryan?
Marty seeing like Shiloh just like in the grass here.
Right? So we could say like Shiloh keeps coming to who? To Marty, yeah. Does that kind of summarize most of the book in the beginning? Shiloh's just kind of there, right? And Marty's doing what he needs to keep him, right? Marty tries to keep Shiloh a secret. Right? So Marty and Shiloh kind of have this little secret relationship going on. And now we're coming up. What's kind of that big piece where our story starts to build and build, where those cliffhangers at the end of the chapters got really, really kind of scary. And we were like, no. What was that climax? What's like the point of our story where we're at the tipping point? If we go any farther, things start to resolve. Lily? You forgot, Monica?
Maybe like when he saw Judge shot the deer.
Shot the deer. That one is really close. I'd say that is like right here. It's like we're slightly after the climax. Right before that, what happened? What was the very peak of it? Very peak. Rosie?
Mom and Dad found out.
Mom and Dad know the secret. No Marty's secret. What happens right after Dad finds out? That's kind of part of it too in that same chapter. Amelia?
When the German Shepherd attacked Shiloh.
Mom and Dad know Marty's secret.
Wait, I think I know this.
The German Shepherd. How do we spell shepherd? I think so. Shepherd attacked Shiloh And going off of that, what was really kind of like the key that made the story kind of have to switch leading into the dough? What happened that Marty was going to the dough? What was happening there? Zach?
It's either Shadow gets him and then comes to Doc Murphy, or Judd comes and
Judd finds out, kind of combining those together, right? Judd finds out they have Shiloh, right? Because then he's like, you got to bring him to me. So our story's building, and he says, you got to bring him to me. And after that, does our story kind of start to fall down and get resolved, right? What is that falling action when things kind of start to line up? Monica, what was that falling action?
right when it was right when they were made the bargain.
Right, Judd shot a deer, and Marty made a bargain, bargain, to keep his secret in exchange for Shiloh, right? So in that falling action, they made that bargain, and then Marty is doing different work, different jobs for him, right? When we're doing this, do we need every little detail in the story? No, we read the story, okay? This is kind of like the big points, okay? So Shiloh came. We're starting up. Shiloh's coming. Marty tries to keep him a secret. Now people are finding out about him, right? And Judd comes to the house. And then things start to fall when we find out about the dough that Judd shoots. And Marty has to do jobs. And what is the actual resolution? What is that final act that kind of ends our story? Lily? Marty gets Shiloh by doing what?
Work.
By working for Judd. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? My bad. All right. Okay. I'll keep it up there. Okay. All right. So we kind of know the big points in our story. I got kind of a trick question for you. Did Dad ever want Shiloh in our story?
Yeah.
When did Dad want Shiloh? When, Ryan?
Kind of like he started to be in their house more.
When Shiloh was around more, right? And he was like, oh, this was actually kind of a cute dog, right? Claire? Yeah, he kind of had a little confrontation with Judd, didn't he? Like, hey, we'll keep the dog until he's at least better, right? We want to do what's right. And Judd's like, I don't really like that, but I guess it's fine, right? Good. What else was there? Can you think of 3 character traits for Marty? Can you think of 3 character traits for Marty? Can you think of 3? Kateri? Brave. Smart. And fearless. Now, can you think of examples that prove he is brave, smart, and fearless? Can you think of 3 examples? What's one, Claire? When he stood up to Judd, right? And he was like, I feel taller than I ever have. Well, that is awesome. He's brave and fearless there. What shows he's smart? What showed he was smart? Amelia?
He really acted like his words and stayed mature.
He stayed mature. He kind of grew up in the story a little bit, didn't he? He was quick with his words and was thinking stuff through. Awesome. Be ready to do that tomorrow. let's see what else. Be sure you understand about the theme. So if you need to look over this tonight, theme, character, be able to tell which character would match a description. Like if I say a boy who likes to play on the hill, who would that be?
David Howard.
David Howard. Good. What if I said a man who has hunting dogs?
Judge.
Good. What if I said a man who works for the post office?
Ray.
Ray, good. So be sure that you understand about the characters. There's going to be true and false. Don't overthink true and false questions, friends, okay? Think about different events. And then I'm looking for a reminder. We are going to do this next part over distance learning, so that's why you need to keep your books. We'll go over this when we do distance learning, so don't throw your packets away for me yet, okay? Keep them. Miss Maddie? When are we what?
We haven't done writing in a long
We have not done writing. We got a few more grammars, and then we'll switch to writing. I'm thinking after we do distance learning, we'll do some writing, okay?
Yeah.
Thomas?
Are we allowed to use our books during the test?
You can use your book, but you cannot use your packet. So if you need to postmark spots where it shows Marty showing different traits, I would do that. Okay? Questions on this? All right. Then we are done with reading for today.